Peanut butter. Peanut butter is packed full of protein and is reasonably priced. Have you eaten a spring roll at a Taiwanese restaurant and dipped it into peanut sauce? Very good. And how about peanut butter with chocolate? It is fantastic. But I'm not talking about peanut butter with accompanying other flavors. I'm not even talking about the history of peanut butter, which is vast. I'm talking about the simple manufacturing and production for making peanut butter sandwich. First thing you're going to need are your materials. Your bread, your peanut butter, knife to cut the bread with, and a knife to spread the peanut butter on by. So, I like a nice soft white bread. Ah, that smells good. And the reason why I chose this bread in a loaf form is because I like to control the thickness of my slices as opposed to buying the pre-sliced bread. So, carefully cut. Oh, by the way, whenever you prepare food, you always want to wash your hands. Wash your hands, wash the table, wash the cutting board, and make sure utensils and knives are clean too. I previously already cleaned everything, so we're good to go. So slicing the bread carefully by not cutting my fingers and keeping my finger away from the area where I'm cutting the bread, holding the bread firmly on the cutting board. Use the cutting board, kids. You don't want to cut up your countertops or wooden table. Now, there are different types of peanut butter, crunchy and smooth. By the way, the crunchy type of peanut butter are preferred by men more than women. I don't like chunky. I don't like chunking in anything. I prefer smooth. So I'm going to spread this peanut butter on this slice, and not being very ginger-like or careful, I'm just spreading it on. You know when you look at a painting, right? And you'll notice that you see the paint strokes, you can see some of the lines on there. Some are thicker and some are thinner. That's kind of like how I like my peanut butter. You don't want it to be perfect. You don't need to be perfect. That's the fantastic part of life, you know, or eating food. Not every bite tastes exactly the same, and that's the wonderful side of eating. It's also a wonderful side of life. Think about it. So here we go. We're going to try a taste right now. Hold on just a second. By the way, I've got to mention a good peanut butter sandwich is always accompanied with a good glass of milk. And by the way, did I tell you that there's a phobia about peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth that people are afraid of? It's called racketerophobia. Racketerophobia. Sorry, I'm not a scientist. I can't pronounce it very well. Look it up on Wikipedia. That's where I found it. Oh, by the way, it seems that the temperature of your peanut butter is determined by what type of peanut butter it is. If it's normal type of peanut butter or if it's the natural style type of peanut butter. Natural style of peanut butter has a tendency of the oil separating from it, whether it's cold, in room temperature. And if you stick it in the refrigerator, then that oil separation forms a layer on top of it, and you have to pick through it and stir it up, and it's not good. And a lot of people like to refrigerate their peanut butter so you can prolong the life which prolongs the flavor of it. Me, I prefer it room temperature, no matter what, so I can spread it onto my bread. I prefer the white soft bread because it just makes the peanut butter taste better to me. So, in conclusion, I'd like to leave you with this. When making a peanut butter sandwich, try and choose a soft white bread. The hearty, grainier type of breads might make your peanut butter sandwich too dry. Those type of breads are fantastic with meat products. I'm sorry, I lost my place here. Okay. The next time you're eating anything, notice each bite that you take. Compare the first bite as you chew it, the flavors of it, to the next bite of anything that you're eating. You notice that there's a little bit of difference. Hence the reason why you don't worry about spreading it perfectly evenly on your slice of bread. Each bite is going to be different, and that's the way it should be on any food product that you try. If you notice when you watch a chef on TV making their courses, they don't make sure the salt's evenly around it. They just toss it on there and stir it up. Because each bite will be different tasting. And that's the wonderful thing about eating. Wonderful thing about life, too. Each day is different. If it's the same, then you're stuck in a rut. By the way, that is the beauty to me of life, which is difference. As I stated earlier, different days and different flavors, different things. So remember this. The beauty of enjoyment is the differences of what we eat, the differences of the people we meet, the differences of the shoes on our feet. It makes everything sweet. Poet didn't know it. Well, that concludes my presentation.